Welcome to another Tech Review Tuesday. We're going to be talking about the ASTON STEALTH. ASTON microphones are designed, manufactured and assembled here in England, and 90% of their components are British made. Formed in 2015, the company released their very successful Aston Origin condenser mic in 2016. In this video, we're going to be comparing this dynamic cardioid microphone to the Shure SM7b. If you'd like to find out more about the Aston Origin condenser, which I'll be doing a review on coming up, subscribe below, hit the bell notification so you don't miss another Tech Review Tuesday. This is effectively 4 microphones in one. It comes with 4 preset EQ curves. V1, suggested for male vocals, has a fraction more low mids, compared to V2, which has a fraction more high mids and presence. G is for guitar mode, and D is for dark, to emulate ribbon microphones, with more prominent low end and less energy in the top end. This microphone runs in both passive and active mode. It has a built-in 48-volt phantom power auto detect sensor, which detects the presence of phantom power and automatically switches the device to active mode. Active mode activates the built-in Class A preamp and adds an additional 50 decibels of gain. Aston claim that this removes the need for any external preamp devices such as a cloud lifter, often required to run an SM7b. Now 50 decibels sounds excessive, and I've heard and read reviews that this makes the signal far too hot and therefore unusable, but we'll test this later in the video. This microphone, similar to the SM7b, has a proprietary built shock mounting system. The SM7b has a built-in air suspension system that minimises stand vibrations. This microphone contains Sorbothane viscoelastic polymer discs to hold the mic capsule in place and absorb vibrations. Just like the SM7b that claims to have a built-in electromagnetic shield, this microphone has a built-in Faraday cage to reduce electronic interference. Now, immediately when working with this microphone, I noticed some strange fluctuations to the sound, which seem to be subject to my proximity to the microphone. And if you listen carefully, there seems to be some interference subject to my hand's proximity to the microphone. I've tried a different cable, I've tried turning off all the unnecessary equipment in my studio, and the problem didn't disappear. So I'm hoping this is just unit specific, because I've never had this in my studio and I've certainly never had it with my Shure SM7b. So this is a little bit odd. Hell, are you serious? Did you just... What? Did you just see that? Okay. This mic is so top heavy. Doesn't matter how I position the stand, straight on, side on, the mic keeps topping over. And this is a good K&M stand, and I've got it cranked. Ugh. That's just... And how much give is that? That's pretty bad. So we're in V1 mode here. Let's try this in V2 mode, which has a fraction more high mids and a slightly reduced low mid range. And to do that, we have to fiddle. Fiddly. Not sure which one's worse, this or the SM7b, as you'll see in a minute. V2 mode. Ooh, that's getting a lot more of my breath. A lot more presence. It's quite brittle sounding. Let's go for G mode, which is meant for guitars, but you'll get the idea. G mode, okay. Rounded edges, slightly curtailed highs, definitely a shelf on the lows there. That's not too bad. And D for dark mode, ooh, ribbon mode. Right, distinct drop in volume there, I guess from the reduced high end. But that sounds quite warm, I quite like that. Alright, back to V1 mode. Now, if you'd like to hear this microphone on acoustic and electric guitars, I've put a link to a great video by the Better Mixers guys, and they put this mic through the paces, I think, on nylon, acoustic, and electric. They do a really good video on this microphone as well, covering that stuff, so check that out as well. Right, let's compare this to the SM7b. As I've stated already, not impressed with that. It's top heavy and it keeps falling over. Ooh, back in the room with my Sennheiser HD 300 Pros. These are really good. All right, the SM7b, there's just something about this microphone that feels like home. I do need to raise it. So I need to speak a little bit closer into this mic to get the same volume, and the reason for that is, if you look here, the capsule is about 2 inches further down the grill here. So in order to get the same volume, I think I need to speak a little bit closer without adjusting the gain, which would adjust how each microphone sounds and render it an unfair test. No, this is not a scientific test. Feel free to point that out a million times in the comments. So the SM7b, this is in flat mode. The SM7b comes with 3 presets, and we'll go through those in a second. So the first thing I've noticed about this microphone is the lack of plosives. As you've probably heard in the rest of the video, I have really struggled with put and buzz sounds. This microphone does have a built-in pop shield, which I guess is helping, but there's also a roundness to this wherever I move, whether I'm talking over it or into it. It just picks up a great level of sound. The Stealth, I was really struggling trying to talk over it to avoid the plosives, but then if you talk over it, you lose some of the lower end frequencies in your voice, so it's just not ideal. Yes, I'm getting some breathy sounds, but they just don't sound as harsh on this microphone. Right, onto the 3 different settings. Where's my penknife? There we go. Right, now this is a little bit fiddly, I have to admit. +1 for the Stealth in terms of adjusting the settings. What we have to do on this microphone is loosen the stand, go around the back. So this is low pass mode, which actually starts curtailing the signal as high as 300 Hz. However, it doesn't get to -5 until 150 Hz, and down 80 Hz, then it gets to -10 decibels of attenuation. Let's try it in presence mode. Alright, presence mode. Arguably this is similar to V2 mode with some heightened high mids. It's fine, I just prefer it flat, maybe with the low pass filter. And we're back in flat mode, but I've left the low pass filter engaged. You'll notice with this microphone, it's just sturdy. How hard is that? The next thing to do is to try this microphone in active mode. Let's see how crazy it does go. Ooh, okay. I mean, it sounds basically the same. V2 mode. Oh, that is louder in active mode. Okay, that's really sensitive. G mode. Not hearing much difference. Alright, dark mode with active mode. That's interesting. There's an extra 10 decibels of gain there. The lowest I can get my interface is to 10 decibels, plus the 50 gain from the Class A preamp. I'm aware of that, but otherwise I'm talking over the microphone. Well, we're in active mode, there's more gain. We can move away from the mic. This sounds quite good, actually, in dark mode with active mode. I like that. Otherwise, certainly on V2 mode and arguably V1 mode, it's far too hot a signal. I'm just not going to use that. I'm certainly not going to sing into it. It's picking so much of my breath. Ugh, not a fan of that. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Price-wise, in the UK, the ASTON STEALTH is £229, but the Shure SM7b is an additional £100. In the US, you guys are lucky, the difference is negligible. The Stealth is $380 and the SM7b $400. If you already have one of these microphones, you're not going to need the other one. They do a very similar job. If you're looking to get one of these microphones for the first time, personally, I prefer the SM7b. I think it's built better and it just has this beautiful smoothness to the sound. However, the Stealth is arguably more versatile with its different EQ curves, but there is an argument you could achieve that in post-processing later. So if you've found this video valuable, please hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow. Hit subscribe and the bell notification so you don't miss another Tech Review Tuesday. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all. I'll see you all very soon.